There's a lot of crazy talk out there that you shouldn't step into your forehand. And I'm going to completely debunk that myth, that theory, that concept in today's video. My name is Jeff Salzenstein. I'm the founder of Tennis Evolution, and we're one of the leading online tennis instruction websites in the world, passionate about helping players all over the world. And today, I'm going to show you some footage from a young player on the tour that's absolutely rising up the ranks. Denis Shapovalov, easy for me to say, right? Denis Shapovalov. He is practicing, and we're going to go through his forehand. And I'm going to show you some unique things that other coaches and players are missing. Number one, this concept that you shouldn't step into the forehand. We're going to see Denis step into the forehand. And number two, that actually the way he moves up to the ball is not as efficient as it could be. And I believe it's this type of movement, this type of subtle detail is the reason why these younger players, a younger player like Denis, is not able to beat the older guys who are moving more efficiently, playing more efficiently. So without further ado, let's get into today's lesson and let's watch the Denis Shapovalov forehand. This is about a 20-second clip, and you're just seeing him rallying with the forehand, getting around the ball. Looks good, right? Seeing a high-level pro hit his forehand. But there's so much more to this story, and I want to break it down for you right now. Excuse me. So let's start with the first forehand. So first off, as he moves around the ball, and I want you to pay attention to the footwork. This first move, this back leg drops behind. He essentially turns sideways. Now, you can move this way, but if you study Federer, he doesn't move this way. Now, I've seen Nadal move this way where he steps behind and kind of hops, and then he loads into what we can call a semi-open stance. But if you really study Federer, most of the time he will shuffle around the ball. He won't drop step and turn sideways like this. So I believe this is an inefficient movement pattern. Yes, he gets away with it. Yes, he's one of the best players in the world. Look at that extension. That's great. That's probably for another video. But that little drop step is going to set the stage for something else that I want to point out. Right there. So the ball has come, and notice right when the ball comes, he actually turns sideways and moves up and steps in on his front foot. Now this gets back to my initial point that a lot of pros are saying, a lot of coaches are saying that pros are not stepping into forehands. Coaches are saying, hey, don't step into your forehand. Play the modern forehand where you hit it semi-open all the time. No. Tennis is situational. He is on his front foot and he is stepping into that forehand. Let's watch another one. Look at that. How about that? Ball comes right away. He turns sideways. Wait, I thought this was the modern game. He is getting ready to load up and get up on his front foot. I love this footwork when the ball is in the strike zone or slightly below the waist. As soon as the ball gets up higher around the shoulder, then you can open up your stance, leave the ground, load up semi-open. But this notion that you should never step into the ball is ridiculous. And I'm over it. I'm so tired of coaches saying the pros don't step into their forehands. No, it's not what's happening. However, as I mentioned earlier, I still think, even though he's stepping in, and I like this, especially for players that are not pros, committed recreational players, club players, junior players, yes, you need to step into your forehand in these situations. Tennis is situational. But if we were to put Shapovalov side by side with Roger Federer, we would see something very different. Even look at this move right here. His first move is to go sideways and also almost a step across with his forehand. I love, though, however, which I don't like, I'm not crazy about this, but I love how he shuffles up to the ball to get his weight behind it, and he uses the ground for power. This is similar to what I call the step, shuffle, hit footwork pattern that's in all my courses that you can learn more about. The issue is that if Federer was in the same position here, he would start to shuffle up to the ball in a slightly semi-open stance. And then at the last moment, he might square up. So I believe it's this turning sideways right away that's not as efficient right there. You wouldn't see Nadal do that. You wouldn't see Federer do that move right there. So I like that Shapovalov is stepping into some forehands. But I don't like that he's turning sideways right away in order to step in. He should be keeping his his legs more open right here and shuffle up to the ball, keeping his hips facing the net more. I believe this is an inefficiency that could keep a guy like this at 10 in the world or 15 in the world, but certainly not number 1 or number 2 in the world. Sure, there's other things that are holding Shapovalov back from getting into the top 3 in the world, but this is the subtle detail that a lot of people are not seeing. They're overlooking this. So let's continue on. Look at that. So as soon as the ball comes, he drop steps. I love this. I like the drop step. I still think he could drop step in a more open way. Notice the switch pattern. I teach this in my courses. Load the outside leg, land on the other leg with a full 180 rotation. That's excellent. Again, sideways again. I don't know if he has to get sideways right away. He could actually shuffle up to the ball a little bit and stay more open. Again, I'm not against stepping in, but I feel like he's turning early, too early, right there. See, he could stay more open as he moves up to the ball. He's already stepping in. Also, look at the head. Just a little, look at the head pull there. That's an issue. Roger Federer doesn't pull like that. I love the buggy at the end. So there's a lot of goodness in this lesson. I hope you got a lot of value out of it. And what I want you to do is I want you to focus on, for you, I want you to focus on stepping into more forehands when the ball is in your strike zone right there. Get on that front foot. But maybe you don't have to turn sideways as much. You can actually learn the proper footwork. This is something that I teach in my courses. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. Share it with others. We would really appreciate it. And make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and you ring that bell, because we want you to get notified on all the latest releases. We've got a free gift to give you. It's a free instructional course that has lessons on the forehand, the serve, the footwork, single strategy, double strategy. It's inside our Tennis Evolution app. Jump on in the Tennis Evolution app by downloading it. You can click the link below or somewhere in this video to get started. This is the fastest way to improve. You get on YouTube, you watch these lessons, but then you find the coach you believe in, the coach that can help you get to the next level. Click the link below or somewhere in this video to get that free instructional course. We'll see you at the next lesson.